Good morning, broadcasters. 360 Seconds news and commentary for broadcast professionals is on the air. I'm Maria Kholodova from TKT. Let's discuss the latest technological news with our respected experts, Philip Grossman and Mary Seidler. Don't forget to give the program a like. So Telestream Wirecast Gear 3 is a turnkey solution for producing and streaming live video content in a single package. It supports up to 4K 60 streaming workflows and includes NDI input and outputs. Philip, what do you think the prospects of this are?
Well, it's interesting because it sort of puts everything together in a single package, making it easier. We've seen over the last 2 years that effectively everybody can become a streamer or a television producer. Whether everybody should is a different question, but everybody can. And so by sort of packaging the technologies together and simplifying the solution, I've used the Wirecast product in the past on my own. It's a really good product, and it makes it simple for the end customer.
And Mary,
You
what do you
know,
think about it?
well, Philip, one thing I have always run into with, let's say, houses of worship or smaller video facilities is they've had to kludge together solutions. And this seems to me to be in the right price range, and it looks like it's easy to use. So could someone who's not technical go ahead and operate an entire show with this?
I think so. It's one of the things that it's done is it's the hardest part of streaming is your video input. Video output is actually fairly easy. The input's the one that's been the most difficult. And there are several solutions that allow one input or two inputs at a time. This sort of packages it all together, gives you the ability to do the NDI, SDI, or HDMI up to 4 channels or more. So it simplifies the whole setup. I think you still have to be a little bit technical to run it. It is a computer. But you don't have to necessarily be a broadcast engineer, which is really simplifying the point at which the entry level person can obtain the system and be able to utilize it. So houses of worship are perfect.
Now moving on to Dejero. Dejero is partnering with Taoglas, a provider of antenna and RF technologies, to help its customers select best-in-class antennas for its cellular bonding services. Mary, what do you think this means for the industry?
This is exciting. Taoglas has a long industry. They were started in 2005, and they are so laser focused on antenna technology. And again, you're seeing something where in the past people have had to kludge together a solution, and now Dejero can offer kind of an all-in-one solution. Philip, have you run into Taoglas or Dejero much? And what are your
I've run
thoughts?
into Dejero, Taoglas a little bit, and I find it interesting because antenna design, if I remember my physics classes, antenna design, you had imaginary numbers and all kinds of other things that you had to do. It's a science for sure. And if you don't get it right, your signal will really suffer. I mean, I know in my drone work, switching to long range narrow plate antennas, you can go a long distance, but you turn 3 degrees left or right and you lose signal. I think this is simplifying that process for bonded cellular customers, which are, it's becoming the go-to technology over satellite trucks because it's a lot less expensive, or microwave trucks. And I think this is just going to take the unknown that a lot of these providers deal with and take them to the next level and really provide them a much better signal ratio or signal capability for that bonded cellular.
Moving on to TAG. TAG's MCS has received the NAB Show Product of the Year award. It's the newest layer of Realtime Media Performance Award that monitors, aggregates, manages, and utilizes data-driven viewer analytics. So quickly, how do you think this can help broadcasters kind of evolve in what they do?
Well, I know TAG has really been focused on sort of that analysis end of it with their multi-viewers and the signal stream, and going into an IP world where most of our users are used to the old SDI world of being able to patch things through. This gives them a virtual way of patching, and you just see them increasing the capabilities of being able to monitor those signals and really ensure that this unknown of IP becomes a known distribution model for them. So I think it's going to help them a lot.
And Mary, what do you think?
No, I agree exactly with what Philip is saying. So yeah, they seem to be a leader in this technology.
Yeah.
Mhm. And Philip, what do you kind of think, like, where can they really go from here?
So they've been adding more and more things. So this latest one is their control system, and so as you move into IP, routing used to be the dominant world of the Everts and the Imagines and the Grasses of the world because of having to need the heavy iron. Now we're in the IP world. It's opening up a competition to a lot of other players, and because they've focused on IP to begin with, they have a really strong engineering footprint, and so they could become another major player, especially with their distribution side and monitoring side, which is, a real necessity within the IP world. So I think they're going to become one of the more dominant players, and it's all software based, which is fantastic.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much to our experts, Philip and Mary. See you next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.